Welcome to the MYBcast, a channel offering podcasts devoted to the art and science of somatic touch therapy. Somatic touch therapy is an alternative for self-care that recognizes the important role the body plays in our day-to-day life. We are fascinated with the mind-body connection, and so are the people we talk with. From pioneers who helped to originate or develop this work, to seedlings of somatic mindfulness who have adopted principles of this work in their massage practices, our guests will uplift, educate, and inspire you. Thanks for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and share. Now let's join our hosts.
Welcome to our MYBcast YouTube and podcast channel. Today we are continuing our series, Portraits of the Pioneers. Our Portraits of the Pioneers series gives you an opportunity to meet some of the pioneers in somatic touch therapy, hear their stories, and learn what they are doing now. These pioneers have been involved in somatic touch therapies since their early inception. I'm Anna Marie Bowers, and I'm here with my co-host, Richard Mack. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Anna Marie. How are you today?
Doing great. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce our guest for today.
Today, we have a very special guest joining us from Palermo in Sicily. Please welcome Catarina Forte. Catarina, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you. Very nice to meet you, to see you again.
Let me start with a little bit of a background how Catarina and this whole came about. Back in 2024, September of 2024, we both were presenters at the Movement and Cognition Conference in Charles University in Prague. I was very, very fascinated with Katarina's approach towards the Feldenkrais and how she expressed that to the people at the conference. And more importantly, I was very intrigued with her relationship around music, which I thought was quite nice. We did a little demonstration, a little expansion of a project that you were working on, which maybe we could talk about a little bit later. But that introduction basically serendipitously opened up into another opportunity. Both Madalena and I, who met you in Prague, were going to Palermo the following month, which is where you lived. And we ended up having a lovely time in Palermo, you showing us the town. So, and since then we've been in communication and talking, and we felt, yes, she is the voice we definitely want on Portraits of the Pioneers. So here you are. Welcome to the show.
Thank you again for this special invitation. I'm
And
very
we'd
honored.
go ahead.
Yes, I'm very honored to be here, and that you had this idea to invite me, to talk about me and my project and the method. And yes, very nice description, Richard, about our meeting. Yeah.
Lovely to have you on the show. I'm going to let Anna Marie start us off because she's really good at bringing the introductions forward. So Anna Marie, bring us forward.
Well, we just would like to start with hearing a little bit about your story, how you got involved in somatic touch therapies and specifically in Feldenkrais, dance, music, your broad background, a little bit about you.
Yes. So to answer, yes, this question is for me an opportunity to express gratitude, because I met and I experienced the method through my father, that was also another pioneer. So I'm yes, daughter of a pioneer. I think that I have a pioneer DNA because I repeated the same story, because I'm from Milan, and my father was the first man not the first person, but the first man in Italy that studied and that met the method, the Feldenkrais method, and studied and then developed the method at the end of the 80s and in Milan. And he had with my mother a center, so their private studio in Milan, and they started to teach the method and to develop. And so my father, he started a big diffusion, and in a few years, for example, the Teatro alla Scala of Milano, he asked him to teach at the Academy of Dance. So this is my first link, gratitude link, and then I can say that we are a family, a Feldenkrais practitioner family, because after that, also my mother and my brother and me and my brother and his wife, so my sister-in-law, so we are all Feldenkrais practitioner. And after that, I had the opportunity really to study with my father in my family studio. And 20 years ago, I decided to move and to move to Palermo. And here, that's why I can say that I'm a pioneer here in Palermo, because I was the first one, and the Feldenkrais was something new. And so I had the opportunity with this big change of my life to discover that to be here was a mission. So I really felt months after months, years after years, that it was a great opportunity from the answer I had from the population here. And in few years, there were a very big interest in the method, and I started to collaborate with the university. So I started some research about to demonstrate the effect of the method, and so some students, they expressed the need to become a Feldenkrais practitioner. And then I, with my mother and my brother, because my father, he died very young in 97. Yes, and he had the desire to open a training, a Feldenkrais training. And so we did it. So we create and we realize his dream, that it was also our dream. So together we open a school, and it's a 4 years training professional, and here in Palermo. And after that, a few years ago, and now the Feldenkrais trainings is number 5, because yes, the training brings the name of the city. So there is Paris, Sydney, Tokyo, and Palermo 5. And it's
Before you get in too far about that, I want to hear a little bit more about your father, if you would.
Yeah.
Tell me about how your father got involved with Feldenkrais. How old was he? How did he come? Did he actually study with Moshe? What was that like to bring this seed into your life?
Yes, unluckily he didn't meet Moshe. He's just passed away the year before, but he studied with the first pioneer group of Feldenkrais, and he attended the first professional training that was in Paris at the end of 80, and it was the first in Europe. And I can describe that meeting with the method of my father, thanks to his curiosity, his need of learning, that for the somatic area practitioners and the researcher, we know that is something that belongs to is our need, is nutrition for us. And it means that he was looking for something more complete in terms of human point of view. And finally, he met the method, and yes, it was immediately love. And so I was a child, and I remember that for summer, the entire month of August, we together with the family, with the car, we went we our holidays for summer, when we were me and my brothers very young. Yes, we were in Paris. So at that time I would used to say my second city is Paris. And yeah, so I had the opportunity also to observe my father in the 4 years of the training, to be more in connection with himself, more aware, and that is a bodily but also emotional and an energetic difference in the body, I mean, and in the attitude of the life. And yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So was your father involved with healthcare prior to getting involved with the Feldenkrais method? Was he doing anything along the lines of healing work, or what was his background before he actually started going down this path?
Yeah, he attended the University for Sports Science.
Oh,
And
okay.
Sports
yes,
science.
yes. And he was so great that, for example, when I moved here in Palermo, I met people that when I was a child, went to my family studio with special needs children, for example. And so from Sicily, special need children and family, they came to Milano to live an intense learning process and improving process of learning with and intense, for example, for a week. And but also I had the opportunity to observe him working with a lot of different categories. That's why also me and my brothers, we are open to work with any kind of situation from the baby to the pregnant to the special needs baby to the adolescents, but also multiple sclerosis and degenerative disease and any kind, but also performers. So yeah.
But before you get into performers, I want to know a little bit about the special needs. Were these people neurologically disordered? Were there learning disorders? What type of children would be coming to your father and his classes?
Any
Yeah.
Any kind of a special need.
any kind of special needs. And I had the opportunity to observe the process because I was used to spend my afternoon at my family's studio, and only after years I realized it was wow, a great learning. And so I was learning without knowing. So, and
Yes.
yes, so I discovered that me and my brother during the practice. And so another, for example, he worked also with blind people.
Mhm.
And in these 3 years, me too, I'm working with the blind people. I did also a research last year, and I think that really to see the quality, no, I mean the very genuine way he could be with a special need children or any kind of situation, and a VIP, and very important. It was something also that another element that I learned without knowing. And yeah. Some VIP, I can't say the name,
Yeah,
but
what a tremendous way of growing up. How old were you when you were spending your afternoons at the studio?
adolescence.
Ah,
Yes, yeah,
perfect time with lots of curiosity about life at that point.
yes. So I saw miracles, for example, and I could see, and also he worked a lot. So in one afternoon, one pregnant, and then one artist, a violinist with the violin, and then a football player, very well known, and like that.
Mhm.
Um, and then a singer, so working about the voice, and then another old man with the back pain and injuries on, and it was wow, very intense, very intense. Yes.
A lot of people in that environment would decide to do something different than their parents, but you chose to do something similar, and your whole family kind of decided to go together, and all of you are now Feldenkrais practitioners. So I'm just curious, did it just feel like a natural transition to you? Did you ever think about something different?
I was thinking something different about my life, the direction of my life, and I had some experience next to, so together, parallel. Then the life, the universe create the picture for me. So when I yes, when I arrived here, let's say more than 20 years ago, in Palermo, a friend of my father that attended the Paris one from Milan, she said, I gave your number to one friend of mine that is from Palermo, and he was in Milan. Now he's retired, and he has the Parkinson, so he really needs. And it was my first client.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
just my first client. And yes, so I met him, and he said, "Oh, may I come with my colleague?" And the colleague the week after, and the colleagues the week after said, "May I come with my cousin?" Blah blah blah. So yes, like boom, 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 blah, like that. And yes, and so I discovered, for example, I met wow, the first special need mm, mm, child was a blind little girl, and the family went to I don't know where in USA to work with
uh-huh.
dolphin therapy, yeah? And they said, "Oh, she needs Feldenkrais," and so they they looked in the internet and they heard something about me, and so they started to come, and it was wonderful. So it was my first child space, not child space, special needs child meeting, and I said yes. So I was open to receive any kind, and so it was yes, I think a natural selection, because after years, I think more or less 5 years, I said, oh, now is the time of, let's say, um, light, light situation. So, oh yeah, artist and especially musician, because as Richard said, there would be something to say about music, but yes, later. And and wow, and then pianist and any kind of yes, musician started to call to arrive, and they say, wow, okay, so the universe can hear the voice they desire. And it's in fact is one of my the area that I'm very yes, specialized.
Proficient in. You're very proficient in that area.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to hear how the different types of people that you can help find you. And it's a little different today because we now have something, a term to call it somatic work. Okay. And over the last 10 years, that's been something that people start to understand, and they start putting Feldenkrais, and they start putting Traeger approach, and the various other ones together along that mind-body connection. But to be in that with your father and your family, coming up to see that there is another way to
Mhm.
to help people, truly, this is the exploration that we really want to understand, because you are a pioneer. People
Mhm.
that came to you for something that they didn't even know what they were coming for. They showed up and you started working with them, and it was voila, here we go.
And also, you bring such joy, such a feeling of joy and you spoke about gratitude. And I think those two things in combination with the work that you're doing, you know, it sounds to me like you're one of those practitioners that believes the people who are supposed to come to you will come to you, and that you will find a way to work with whatever comes your way. And I always find that inspirational, and I'm always curious if it has felt like part of your personality all along, or if if it's something that you kind of came into later. It's kind of a nebulous question, but I think you know what I'm asking.
I hope that I catch I could catch
Yes.
the question. Um, I I know that I am a tool and I can be a tool. So I see the situation, and sometimes, as you know, people ask, "You think that I could solve that?" Or how many meetings? And I say, we have to see the situation. We have to first we have to meet, we have to know each other, and we have to see the situation. Then we can say, not I can say, we can decide if we can start a learning process. And I think that the big research, the somatic area can bring to into the life, no, for us and for our clients is but I'm talking of course about the Feldenkrais method, is the possibility to perceive themselves, and starting from there to recognize the habits of the structure. So I'm talking about skeleton and muscles, and yeah, and then recognize that something is more comfortable, something less, and usually what is less comfortable is where there is pain or tension, or where is the area or the part or the function that is not in light, no, clear to the person. And so I think that the method can can give this element. And so it's not the approach, I tell you what is right, what is wrong, you are doing something wrong, you can do something, you have to do something right. No, is a feeling, and then recognize, and then reconnect also the breathing, and then the breathing in movement, and just recognize, as I said, the habits. And this is the organic learning. And then I think the ability of the practitioner that is connected to the experience is help or give the input to the person to integrate that learning in their life, and in what they are doing in good way, for the or in excellent way for the performant, or for the performers, or in the daily life, just standing, just walking, just sitting, and like that. And in the daily life action, and or playing instruments and so on. And yeah, And I can say that also with babies, because I meet babies after the first months, so when they are 2 years old, end of the first months. Yeah, and also in the babies, sometimes the parents that are now at this time more aware parents, okay, they recognize, they observe a lot, and the babies, and they recognize, he's rolling only into one side, he doesn't want to stay yes on the belly like that, and so is anyway is also again let in this case with the baby experiment.
Mhm.
Yes.
The other possibility. And anyway, the big frame is a dialogue with the brain of the person. So, in fact, I didn't pronounce neuroplasticity, and but that is absolutely yes, a neuroplasticity approach, or an approach that activate a neuroplasticity, and like also music does, but we will talk later. And I'm studying the effect of this of the music on the neuroplasticity, and so just ending the list of the pioneers, since we are talking about babies, I would like to say that I had the opportunity, and I'm very honored that Chava Shelav, Chava, Shelhav, Chava Shelav, that is the last student of Moshe Feldenkrais, and she just passed away 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, yes. I'm very honored that she wanted to open her training in Italy, and so again Palermo, or let's say me in my mission, my picture universe. Again, I could give an opportunity for other people to become a child space practitioner, and so again another possibility of express my gratitude, and that's it. There are so many little story or
And
funny,
that,
interesting, I could say, but yes.
and we will, we want to talk more about that, but thank you for your first episode. And basically, if I may recap, you literally have been born into this work. And you've been exploring this work, and it's coming to you because you have the sensitivities, the attunement, and the desire. And we want to hear more about that, and we will. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, Anna Marie, to take us out. Anna Marie?
Well, please come back and join us again. Watch, like, subscribe on YouTube to MYBcast, or you can find it on your favorite podcast channels. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you all for episode 2.
Thank you for joining us at MYBcast. We hope you found the stories inspiring. This series has been made possible by our hosts, our production team, and our guests, whose willingness to share their personal stories is vital to educating the public about the power of somatic touch. We're all contributing to creating positive change. Thanks to our sponsors, Mind Your Body, the Foundation for Somatic Touch, and Somatic Mindfulness. Find them on the web at myb.llc. foundationforsomatictouch.org and somaticmindfulness.co. Please like, share, subscribe, and join us again for more interesting, compelling, and heartful stories.